Hi there, and welcome to Magician Advice Recommends. Thanks for tuning into this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here so you get all of our latest videos and you're up to date with everything. We've recently put out a competition with another one of our effects, so check back over that video as well, but after you've seen today's video, because today I've got a great little piece of mentalism which is fun, but it also is a surefire hit. It's called Maid For Murder. Maid spelled M-A-I-D, a bit of a play on words, and it's by Mark Evans Magic. Now, you've probably seen Mark Evans here on our Recommends channel before. If you haven't, there's going to be a link probably popping up here to some of his other effects that we've shared with you. Mark is a mentalist, but he's also a magician. He brings out a lot of effects. He's been at Blackpool dealing, he's been at Leamington Day of Magic, he's been quite a few places now. He was at the Magic Circle Dealers Day, I think. And he's known for bringing out mentalism. He's also bringing out a book later in the year, so we'll keep you tuned in on that. Anyway, what is Maid For Murder? Maid For Murder is a mentalism routine where the spectator and the magician are trying to work out who committed the murder. There's a list of people that are suspects. There's the chauffeur, the handyman, the butler, the gardener, the park ranger, the chef and the maid. And the idea is you have to work out who committed the murder. And this is a prediction routine, so there's an envelope with a prediction in, and the prediction matches exactly what the spectator will choose. And I'm not going to show that to you just yet, but it matches exactly what the spectator will choose. You also get, in this routine, a newspaper clipping. Now there's two newspaper clippings, just to spare in case one of them does get damaged over time, because, you know, things do over time, don't they? And the newspaper clipping is a similar style to the pictures that are on here, so it's fun, it doesn't take itself too seriously, but there's a clever little bit in the newspaper clipping. So the way the routine will work is you speak with your spectators, you're going to have a chat with them, you're going to show them the newspaper clipping, and you're going to say, we're going to solve this murder. I've said gonna a lot in there, haven't I? Gonna. We're going to solve murder. Here's all the suspects. We're going to try and work out which one of them murdered our victim. Share the newspaper clipping with them. On the newspaper clipping there's some hints as to who it might be, but there was actually a red herring, and it's sort of a double bluff maybe. You can ask them which one they think, and then if they follow the clue on there, then they'll choose the wrong one. But it's written in such a way that as you ask them to reread it, that proves it wasn't the one they were thinking of, and then they choose one at random, and it happens to be the one that was actually the murderer in the car. I hope that makes sense. Basically, in the newspaper clipping, there's a bit of a joke that if you play it right, you get a laugh with a spectator, and they think they know who it is, but it's actually the wrong one, just to keep the mystery going. I think I've explained that terribly, but the newspaper clipping is quite funny. You don't even have to use it if you don't want. Anyway, cards are face down. Spectator chooses a card at random. Whichever one they pick happens to match the exact prediction in your envelope. You might know how this is done. It's not a new method by any means, and it's done in such a way that there is only one card in the envelope, and that matches whichever one they touch. You could even take it a step further. If you had some peelable stickers, you could get them to put the sticker on the back of a card, and then whichever one they put the sticker on happens to be the one they chose, so it keeps it as fair as possible. Open it up, the one sticker, the one murderer, it matches. If you really wanted, you could go to the point of spreading them out on the table. If you were careful, you could mix them up, and they could put a sticker on one there. You could gather them together, take the one with the sticker off, and then it would match perfectly. That's probably how I do it. If you wanted to make it a bit more serious, you could maybe bring out a pendulum and get them to use a pendulum to sort between the cards, and then as they sort, gather them up. When they're down to the last one, put that back on top of the deck, and then reveal that it matches the prediction. Let's look at the best bits. Best bits. This is so simple. It's brilliant. There's no sleight of hand involved. It just works. You might be familiar with the principle already from what I've said. You might not, but this one is just going to work. You don't have to bust your knuckles on it. It's going to work every time. It's fun. I like the art style. I like the way the drawings are done. They don't take themselves too seriously. I'm all for this sort of mentalism, the sort of thing that it's a bit more fun. Okay, there's blood dripping off the pitchforks, and the park ranger's got blood-stained handprints on his chest and all that kind of thing. And the chauffeur's driven his car through a body by the looks of it. But it's not serious gore and horror. It's light-hearted, and it's the sort of thing that would play. It might play on a serious Halloween night, but it definitely play for the rest of the year. I like the humour that's written in the newspaper and the way that links into the plot, although I explained it terribly. My mistake. But there we go. I like the humour, the way it's written. The instructions are on PDF, and it's all you need. I mean, when you get it, you're not going to want to get a download and watch an hour's video of someone explaining this to you when it is so straightforward. So get the PDF instructions, read them, and off you go. I think the worst bit might be two things really. Firstly, you can't repeat it because it'll be the same outcome, so you can only do it once to a group. Secondly, the artwork might not be for you. You might not like the artwork. The cardstock feels really, really nice. These are printed, I don't know if it's bicycle stock, I don't think it is, but these are printed on a really nice card. They're not going to wear out anytime soon. It's a lovely little packet trick, and that is going to last you a long, long time. If you handle it well, it'll last you a lifetime. Yeah, they're not going to wear out. Love the artwork, I love the way it's laid out. The backs have got a very nice, clear question mark design as well. Pretty cool. Where would you perform this? You could perform this walk around or table hopping if you wanted something, a bit of mentalism, a bit of fun, but also has a bit of a dark undertone. You could maybe take it into a darker performance if you wanted. Start with this and then get into darker, deeper things. But you could perform it table hopping, you could perform it walk around, you could perform this on Parlour. I don't know if I'd perform this to a room of 30 or 40 people. I don't know if the cards would carry across the room, but you could certainly, if you had a projection screen, you could certainly do it with that. And then if you had a projection, you could even do it on stage. The idea that there's one card in the envelope, and that is so clean, you can do a lot with that. You could have it on a little easel on the side, you could give that out to somebody, you could send that out ahead of time, you could seal that up, you could even duplicate the artwork on a bigger poster and have that sent out ahead of time, and the prediction is solid. There's no extra stuff that needs to go on there. As far as the prediction goes, you open the envelope, it's a hit. So these are the trickier bits, and it works every time. It's great. I think that's about it. Maid for Murder, Mark Evans Magic. A light-hearted but slightly macabre piece of mentalism that is going to be a hit every single time. Easy to do, fun to do, and some jokes inbuilt with it as well. It's great. Yeah, check it out. While you're checking things out, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon please on our channel. That means a lot to us, and it means you like what we're doing, and it helps us keep going with what we're doing on here. It gives us the motivation to keep going. If you want to support Magician's Advice Recommends channel or our podcast or the other endeavours that we do, then you can buy some merchandise, pop over to Patreon and join our Patreon team. Hopefully their names will be scrolling up here somewhere as we go. And you could also buy us a coffee on ko-fi.com. There's all sorts of ways you can help us make better content for you. Thank you to all our subscribers. Thank you for everyone that's liked and commented and all that jazz. I look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.